because if you want to go to the bullet, you could just sit there and wait for the match clock to expire. I don't know. I have the kind of same smirk that I feel like Jan has right now, where I'm not really understanding what Anish is doing.
I don't think Anish is expected to do anything from those black positions, and when he plays that opening, he's not. He's okay with the draw. Like I really think mentality wise, he's going into it okay with a draw, and he's going to continue to try to press with white. Try. There's different definitions of that, but he's not expecting to do something with black. And I'm okay with that. That's why I'm critical of that first game from the break where he sacked the piece and lost, because I said just keep it within 5.
Yeah. Eric, I'm
You're
starting to think more and more that he thought it was bullet or something, because I just thinking back to that game, it's so out of character for this whole match, and seeing that he's now comfortable making these draws even with the deficit, that game feels even more out of place.
for sure. And I'm going to bring up another tennis analogy. I mean, his best chance, he's not breaking, not taking the serve of Jan. We need to take it to tie breaks, and the tie break equivalent, like, would be the bullet portion,
Mm-hmm.
because just not getting anything. And if he's not changing the approach, then it only makes sense to keep the margin as manageable as possible. Here, okay, here, let's talk about the position. Fairly symmetrical. Black managed to trade, liquidate the center. So when the center gets liquidated, then we're talking about piece play here. And I look at the piece play. Black's fully developed and coordinated. White's fully developed and coordinated. But there's no pawns in the middle. There's nothing to cramp Black's position. And again, just equalizing. Black
Yeah.
is equalizing on demand here, and
Equal at worst.
yeah. And we're talking
Beat
about
pawn.
Anish,
Yeah.
who is a top player who's known as a very strong theoretician. So still lots of credit for Jan to negate that. I mean,
Yeah.
he's played world championship matches. His openings are well prepared, but Anish always strong in the openings and a theoretician, and nothing here.
Yeah, that's been the theme in the match in general. It's just felt that, Anish has had a few playable positions, a few slightly better positions, but I've felt that Jan in those spots has kept his speed up. And then almost when Anish's positions have been the best, his time has been the lowest. And that's a credit to Jan for applying that pressure. And he's escaped some of his worst positions that way. But then he also has the games where he's had good games, and then he converts those ones. So put that all together, and that's the lead we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when even talking about the positions, there's not that much commentary in a lot of the moments here. The tension is, do I trade or not? And what we've seen is trades, 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 trades. This position we have in front of us, if Anish is actually ambitious here, only thing you can target is the B pawn, right? Put the rook on B1, target the B pawn. That's the only thing. But you have to watch out for bishop takes G3. He plays king
Mm-hmm.
G2. That's a tricky move from Jan. Jan's up 40 seconds. You keep falling behind on the clock. Then when you actually have a moment where you maybe want to play for a win, you realize I don't have enough time on the clock to actually pursue
Exactly.
that. So like rook B1 should be played automatically, but I can play B6.
Yeah, and
If you play
E4
E4,
is as much a
there's
weakness
knight
as it is
F6.
a tempting move.
Yeah, E4 is very tempting, but there's knight F6, and the E4 pawn falls even if you lose B6. And every single thing we're looking at is trade, trade, trade.
Yeah. Yeah, E4 knight. Knight F6 is there. You might take the B pawn, you lose the E pawn. It's probably even more important that way. We see the king move to G2 and then back. So a
Nice
lot of
move.
shuffling and yeah.
If anyone's pressing here, well, it would be Jan. He's got the pieces coordinated in the middle, active. It's very equal here, but even activity wise, I would rather be black than white.
Mm-hmm.
Like at some point, I'd like to play rook c2, knight to e4. The attacking moves favor black. This is one of those positions that sneaks up on you. You can end up all of a sudden falling for a tactic here. Black's queen supports the rook, covers the long diagonal. Just a great piece. The rook on c4 is covering everything. You have to watch out. Rook c2 runs into knight d4. That would be a blunder. But we're talking about Jan today, who's not making any blunders.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of those really.
20 seconds. At
But
least
the
the
thing
rooks
is,
are
it
off.
could only go wrong, right? It could only be
Yeah.
bad for Giri. He's not winning this game.
No, he's got a bishop on e1. This is black supporting the knight. You probably want to get your queen back on this diagonal because it has pinning potential and it just coordinates, supports e6, queen d7, trying to harass. Don't mind that at all. But yeah, black is the one. Queen c6 at some point will be played. I think that's the active move. And 13 seconds, like even in this position, Anish is still in time trouble.
Yeah, he can lose on time.
H4,
G5.
all of a sudden, G4 and knight G5. There's very
Absolutely.
dangerous ideas coming here. And under 10 seconds, it's another game. Just all of a sudden, it's flipping around. The knight comes to G5. You have knight H3 ideas. Your bishop is still on E1, not participating.
No, this is panic.
He's calculating here. You can probably pick off this pawn in the future. The end games are now bad for potentially for white because of the h4 pawn.
Look at the bishop. It's not part of the game.
The end games are bad here.
I mean, it's just lost. Not even bad, but lost.
That's a better word. Down a pawn, down to 2 seconds. Full opportunity for Jan to take advantage here. Find a way to provoke this pawn to go to d4. Then the king invades. You'd love to somehow find that second weakness as black. And you can take as much time as you need. 2 seconds, Anish has to pre-move here. F3.
It's such a tough spot.
Finally forcing the pawn to push. That was it.
And this is over.
That's the second pawn. And
wow, and Anish Giri just cannot seem to find his footing in this matchup. Eric, we're heading into the bullet portion